Alicia's back. Another friend. Baby. It's like a cheer up toy. It's like a cheer up toy for my mom, you know. So that's baby. Um, basically, we're gonna eat some tacos, you know. Basically came to my mom's house to have a little dinner, you know, or to spend the night and have something to eat because, you know, we don't eat too good where I am and stuff. So, um, we probably gonna touch a lot on what happened on September the 7th when I was illegally evicted and the police told my mom basically that she can go to the residence and not me because I was a criminal. You know, lo and behold, I didn't know that I was that. Um, um, but she was the one who they allowed to go there on behalf of me. So I thought I was sending her or sending anyone to lock down my things, secure my things, and lock up my apartment if I was supposedly a criminal, not to watch me get illegally evicted by the police and a landlord who I have an open case with. I don't know. So we basically want to touch on that subject. Briefly,
I have to go get my drink, YouTube. And my soda, my root beer soda, YouTube.
I hate root beer.
I know, but I love it. And I'm not supposed to really be drinking root beer, but it's whatever. So,
But honestly,
he evicted you from the apartment, left you with nowhere to go, period. Like I told the lawyer, can I sum all this up for you? He evicted her without probable cause, period. And you cannot do that. It's a virus going around, it's corona, and that's what he did.
in front of the police.
In front of the police, but before we got there, he was already doing him. You know, so the police, when they got there, they was just looking basically and asking him questions. But he made it seem like to them, like he a straight guy, like a straight landlord. You understand? So they was like, okay, so they really thought it was legal and it wasn't. As somewhat, because like I said, you have one good cop, you have one bad cop. Now, the black cop, he was really nasty. He didn't really care how it went. But the white cop was telling him, like, he can't do this. But my word don't mean nothing to them. So it was like they wasn't even listening or trying to hear me or anything like that. It was basically like, you go stand over there because your daughter's already a criminal. So
Right.
what are you coming, like, what are you going to do? You know? So it was like,
know
it ain't
exactly
like I
what you
ain't
mean.
try to, you know, like, take, it was nothing I could have did.
And
But
remember,
try to
I
save
kept
the
saying,
stuff.
remember, I kept saying, if he want to take this stuff in an illegal
You know, I didn't
eviction,
want to take,
let
like,
me.
even touch no stuff, like, the bring
Because
where?
he-
We was still, like,
he wish I would have took the stuff so him saying that I surrendered the apartment would work
right,
in court.
right.
That's why I was like, don't touch this stuff. Where you
Right.
like no, they
Right.
trying to give it to you to make
Right.
it. He
Right.
like give it to her
But
mom.
look
No,
how
give
they
it
tried
her
to give
mom.
it to me.
Right.
You
But
want me to
either
put this
way-
on my back?
But either way, if you would have took, it would have been like I surrendered. Like I didn't even.
But okay, I understand that. So, well, how come they didn't say anything when they got there and he was already
Because
removing
he
your
had
stuff?
already told them that I surrendered. I had a warrant from
Right,
yesterday.
right,
He had already told them.
Right.
Even though I was
Right.
the initial caller,
Right. He got to them first.
he got to them
But
first.
you was the initial
So
caller.
that's why in the text messages it's like when the neighbors, when the neighbor was like, oh I think he's what did she say? She said exactly. She said I think he made the cops leave. That's when they came to meet us.
Right.
You know,
right,
when he
right.
said, I think she said, I think he made the, cause he's good at making the
He's
cops
good
leave.
at that.
He's good. Like he'll be like, no, it's not. But if I say no, let me investigate, cause I'm a black woman. Like the color of your skin matters when
I
it
just
comes
thought
to
it
that.
was all wrong on all type of levels. I thought it was very wrong. I don't care if you had 3 mansions. You don't evict somebody illegally. I don't care what you have.
And take all everything
Okay.
they own,
I
from
mean,
birth certificates to social security cards to insulin to
nah.
to
You don't even care if I die then.
right.
You don't even
Yeah,
care
medical,
if I die.
everything.
You don't care the napkins over there? You don't care if I die. What if you couldn't get more insulin? What if you didn't have no metformin? What if you needed money to get all of that stuff? You know?
And
it's
actually,
sad.
I did because they
You
wanted the
did.
copay.
You know how much
For the
metformin
medicine.
costs? You know how much insulin costs?
And I went
$250.
to the precinct 3 times and told them like,
And they
hey,
did
listen,
nothing.
they didn't want to
They
do a
did
report.
nothing.
The
They did nothing.
judge gave me 2 different access orders. He didn't follow neither one of them.
No.
It
He
was
said
like,
later for the judge, later for the police department, later for Felicia and her stuff, later for her moms. We don't care nothing. I'm doing me. I'm gonna wait till they go to sleep and I'm gonna rob them. What we gonna do? Stay up all night? You know, but he used to do things like that. Like wait till you go to sleep and then like try to take like whatever he can.
when I came here and the police was at my house 5 times before, like,
That's why I don't
Miss,
see,
do you
like-
have a place to? And they didn't say leave. They said, oh, if you have a place to rest your head, like just chill. Like I just came
You
here.
was never moving where?
Right.
Nowhere.
I was
How
out
you gonna
moving.
pick
I
up and
took
move in
one-
one day?
I took. Why would I do that with an open house?
You didn't even take no drawers with you.
Why?
No, I'm saying you didn't even take
Right, I
no
didn't take-
undergarments.
Right, I
nothing.
came down the block just to chill for a couple minutes.
day.
I ended up like, I wake up to
And
that.
you lost the whole apartment.
Yeah, one day. But this is
One
why
day.
when people be like, oh, let's go out, I say no. I want to go out.
But you can't
and I
live your
wanted
life
to,
like that.
and that's the way it's been for
You
2
can't.
years.
You young. You gotta
That's
get
the
out
way.
there and have a
That's
good
the
life
way.
and see the world.
That's
You
the
can't
way.
like know that Alan will have your whole life in a palm of
Right,
his hands.
but then you still have to have stability and dignity. Something he took
Yes,
from me.
yes.
I couldn't feel
Partying,
comfortable
you don't
going
have no
out partying
stability.
and I have no stability.
Right.
So when y'all say, or when everybody used to say, "Come on, let's go," I used to be like, "Do you know what I'm going through right now?" And I used to try to cover up the pain by going sometimes, but it was like, you don't know
can't.
what I'm going home to. You don't know. When I go home, everything's gonna be gone. When I go home, I have to watch my stuff really sacredly.
I hope my bed ain't wet.
My bed and my necklace and everything.
I hope my cat
money.
ain't deceased
Like-
because my landlord
I
may
hope he
kill
didn't walk
him.
in my kitchen and put poison in my
Dishwasher
Kool-Aid.
liquid in
Dishwasher
your
in my
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. Like,
He ain't get in trouble for
and
none
mind
of
you,
that.
the police is telling me I have to give him a key to my apartment because of fire. Wait, what? Because he may have a fire. This is the way he set it up. This is why I called
So
Department of
embarrassing.
Buildings when he illegally converted it and put a pawn shop to make me look like a burglar.
And you not know, bro. You don't even have a criminal record. Whoever believe that,
How am I going to burglarize something that's in my home?
it's
Me?
not true. None of
I've never been arrested. I'm 30.
I don't-
30 something.
Right.
I've never been arrested like with handcuffs. Never.
Right.
So they didn't even look up that before they decided to pursue me just because he white and he like, come on.
It's
That's
a racism thing, probably.
yeah,
I hope it's not, but
yeah.
it's a racism thing. Like people don't, they really don't have feelings. Some people, you know, we live in a cruel world.
And this is by
Yeah.
state law. You can wake up and turn on the news and they'll say, "Oh no, illegal." I was never even worried about illegal evictions because my case is completely legal. It's in the trial process of a housing court.
Right.
So I didn't feel like I ever needed to do anything more. I was just waiting for my date to come up,
Right.
representing myself, and things would pan out the way they pan out. Like,
Right.
because I had all of the evidence to prove what's going on. Like,
Right.
this supposed to be a low income building in my neighborhood. This supposed to be it's not supposed to be just for young girls from the ages of 18 to 23, and you got cameras and you want to make a sex house. Like,
Right.
What? I seen you abuse
Because
tons of people before
What
me.
he had in mind was something totally different.
Right.
You went there on a strength like, nah, I'm moving out my mom's house. I got my first crib.
My
Not
third.
the third crib. I mean, but the first two, you had room,
He thought I was a little girl.
Right.
Period.
And then
Period.
it was like, okay, you moved out. You already had a life before that though. So you already had a life. You had your job. You went down there, you gave that man $4,000 or $5,000. I seen it. I was there. And then he just did all of this, and I was shocked because I said, no one does nobody like this. I would never do nobody like that.
And then I after a while, I expected certain things out of him, but I just didn't expect certain things out of the law.
Right.
Like, I expect him
The
to go
law
to
is
trial.
crooked too.
I expect him to go to trial to illegally evict me. I didn't expect the police to be behind him. I expected, okay, you may try to say that I did something, but they're gonna take the right precautions to figure out whether I did it or not. They're
Right.
gonna it's like no.
I didn't know they
protection
get
when
down
it
like that.
comes
You got a
to-
warrant, but you don't get locked up now. I'm gonna come back in 24
Right,
hours.
and
But
lock you up after I.
How you know I ain't gonna be in Miami or somewhere or across town? Because you saying like you telling me that I'll be
He
back.
like
and lock
surrender
you up.
yourself, and I'm at the precinct like Mister. Like I don't.
I'm not gonna be This okay. I'm the cop, and wait. I'm you, and you the cop, right? Okay, I'm coming to get you. Okay, now I'm you. I'm the cop. No, I'll be the cop. You gonna be you. I'm coming to get you now. I call 911. I need a call so. All right, now the cop coming. All right, we coming. Right? Y'all put for the protect and serve. Okay, so the cops coming. They get in front of us. We like, all right, like, okay, y'all hear we gonna get Alan. Like, we gotta get my boy. They like, hold up. Shut up. We don't want to hear nothing. You got a warrant, and who are you? I'm like, well, I'm her mother, and we going to see if her stuff is all right. He like, you just go wherever you want to go, okay? Because you got a warrant. We will be back in 2 days to get you. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, wait, right.
What?
I'm like, immediately I went and I started crying. I'm like, wait, because I already know. I'm in my mind, I'm saying to myself, Alan is a vicious criminal.
Vicious, bro.
When I just felt, and at the same time they talking to me, Alan moving my stuff, everything I own, snatching TVs off of walls, moving furniture, while they standing here talking to me about something that they told me to leave. Like I'm so broken at this point. Like, you serious? I'm crying, brawling.
I wouldn't have gave up either though, because I'm a fighter. I wouldn't have gave up either. Not for my apartment. I wouldn't have gave up. Cause you already know. I wouldn't have gave up for my place or something like that. He legally evicted you. That wasn't right. You don't do that. You don't.
And
do
it would
that.
have felt better if he did it on his own.
I said you took her to court, the marshals, the right way.
And
then
we
it's
was
like,
there
okay,
while this was going on.
but
We
it
are
wasn't
in
the right way.
Court. We are 100%. Where's my paperwork? Hello? We are in court. You cannot move before the judge hand. It's coronavirus. Turn on the news. Yesterday was the first day of eviction. You cannot do that. Not only it has a coronavirus. Not only that, on top of all of that, we have an existing housing court case. That's the first thing everybody tell me. You want a housing court? Yes. Yes. Now what? That's always my yes. Now what? Because now they giving me remedies that I already used.
Yes.
So it's like, yo, when you tell, of course I'm frustrated. Of course you went to the free. Yes.
Yeah.
You called him. Yes.
You got the order protection?
Yes.
Did you go get the
Yes. Did you call HPD?
Yes.
Do you have a stove for drink?
No.
Did he let? No. Did you get the access order? Yes. Did you call the department? Yes.
And then what about the time when you called them to get back in, and the judge gave you the paper to get back in, and you was walking from New Lodge, Remember at the end.
Yeah.
And the cops, I met the cops in front of your house.
Mhm.
When I say he basically cursed me out, and you know, it was just like word from word. When I was telling you how he was, it was no lie.
Because, mind you, but I got the video of the
It was
guy
no
coming
lie.
back and saying because they know they don't want to touch this now because they figured out that Allen got him. So now they don't want to touch this. They wasn't supposed to put me out and help him in the first place.
No,
they wasn't supposed to.
They wasn't.
But being that they was looking at the color of his skin before they was listening to me, now they touched something that what they wasn't supposed to. So every time I go to the precinct 75th, they try to throw me shade like, hey, Miss. Some of them be like, hey, Miss Ragland's the ones who wasn't involved, and then the other ones is like, no, I don't know nothing. Yes.
But just to say this, like that white cop, his partner, told him, no,
Right.
don't let him do this. His
Right.
partner, I don't know his
Right.
name.
I got the one in the photo.
Yes, he
Yes.
told him.
And you see how he's
Nothing-
sitting in the picture like.
Right. He told him, he said, don't let that man do that. And remind you, he said it loud enough, I heard him. So the black officer was basically like, go outside because I'm telling him, yeah, he's right, he can't do this. I told you he can't do this. But at that point, the officer like, I'm in charge. So y'all gonna do what I want,
Right.
or y'all just you just go back where you was at.
Right.
You know, you just do what I want. That's
Right.
what he wanted. But the white cop was telling him we shouldn't let him do this. Like move this girl's stuff.
Like take her to jail.
Right.
Lock
But-
it
right,
up.
right.
And we're gonna pursue our criminal activity.
Right. And whatever
He said that she did, we're gonna figure it out from the precinct.
Right.
And her
That's how I
apartment,
thought it was
click,
gonna go.
click,
Right.
that's it.
I thought when we went there that he was gonna make Allen lock the door and get, and so did Mike and his girl. Mike and his girl automatically was happy when they saw the cop, 'cause they were like, okay, because Allen tried to get them out. You understand? So they was more or less happy that the police was on the scene because they were saying, oh, the police is not gonna let him mess with the stuff or nothing like that. But he was already taking the stuff out when we got there.
So this is why I believe that he pays off precincts. This is why I believe that he pays off officers. Because any officer is not going to do that. We don't have nothing to do with landlord-tenant issue. You have to go to landlord-tenant court for that. When he wanted his apartment back, where he went to get it? He went to landlord-tenant court and filed a holdover. He said, I want no more of your money. I want my apartment back. And I told him, no, this is a two-family supposed to be subject to rent stabilized, and you're not getting nothing unless
Right.
you go through court.
Right.
And that made him really upset.
Right.
And I called the Department of Building and every measure I needed to go to make sure that they're going to fix this building.
Right.
You came and you took something that was everybody else's. Like,
Right.
how? And you made it your own trap house or your own whatever you wanted to make it.
Because he wanted to make quick money.
Right.
Quick money.
Right, but
You
if
know-
we can't do it as the black, who are you? Oh, because you have 50, 60,000 to go in there and remodel it and make it nice and this and that, and the police believe the hoax. Believe the hoax. I believed it in the beginning, but once I saw, I'm like, wait, hold on. Hold on.
They really believe that.
Just like they believe him every time when they come here. Every time. He didn't show them an illegal eviction at first, and they let him do that.
None.
And he took him out legally. Did you take one piece of paperwork from him before you let him do that?
But the white cop told the black cop to stop him. To stop this. He told him that, and I could say that. Because I heard him when he said, we shouldn't let him take this girl's stuff. And I said, he can't do this. He can't. And then the white cop was like, this is illegal. I said, yes, it is. Tell your partner it is. And he told me to go outside. But the white cop did say something.
Even when I got there, he said, they said, he have everything on dash cam video. He said, yeah, in the dash cam video, we don't see you or your mother in the residence here because y'all told us to stay away.
Right, and he told me to go outside. I was in the residence for like about 20 minutes. You know, when I went in there to show you your stuff, the clothes and everything, but that was about it. And I looked in the kitchen.
And then when all my stuff get outside, he like, where y'all taking it? Don't the person who being evicted know where they taking their stuff or surrendering the apartment in coronavirus? Who surrendered? I'm probably the only one that he could say, I surrendered. Surrender? How am I surrender something I'm fighting for?
But so, if I surrendered the apartment, I surrendered the stuff with it.
Right.
Tell me where I'm crazy.
Right. Tell me where I'm crazy.
I surrendered my stuff with it too. All 30 of my coats is brick ass winter.
Mm-hmm.
My bed sheets, I ain't got a bed. Okay? One thing if I surrender it, but I'm damn sure not surrendering my bed.
My $5,000 in cash.
No.
Everything I had in my room. My whole apartment. My TVs. My KitchenAid stuff.
The money can was gone.
Yeah.
I asked him about that.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I didn't see a money can. It was right behind that
Right,
bed. It's
right.
been behind the bed for 2 years.
Yeah.
Every time we was watching it.
Right. He took it.
He took it.
Everything.
He took it.
He took everything.
He took it. He
In
took it.
front of the police officer.
In front. No,
In front of
but
them.
that didn't even have to battle. He removed the stuff, and the cop and him was like, cool. Like,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
They were talking, because I'm standing there like that, right? Waiting, like, saying, like, you're not getting her stuff, Alan.
Right.
Like, I'm telling him, like, you're not getting her stuff.
Right. Because you was going to take my stuff. Remember, I told you to leave it. Because then it would look like I surrendered. He, like, the first thing when we got to court, he said, your mom took your stuff. No, she didn't.
I didn't
No,
take
she
anything.
didn't.
I didn't take anything.
She didn't
You
touch
took
nothing.
it. You took everything
Nothing.
from me.
No, but if I would have let you take it, I would have been like, get it from Alan. He would have said that I surrendered. I gave, he
Right.
gave you my stuff, that's surrendering. I said, give my mother my stuff. I didn't surrender nothing.
So right now, the police department, the police, the detective, the courts, they all think I got all of your stuff.
No, they don't care
Because
where
if
the
he's saying
stuff.
that I took the stuff.
No, he's saying in criminal court he don't have no case there for my stuff. They have to catch him on illegal eviction. In housing court, he's saying that I surrendered it. It don't matter who took it. Someone you know, whether it's your mother
Right.
or uncle, cousin, they took your
No, I was
stuff
saying
and
maybe
you gave
he's
us
saying
back
that
our
I took it
apartment.
because he don't want to be liable to pay for it.
No. You surrendered it. Tom or whoever, someone you knew,
No.
I gave it to them and you gave
No.
me back my
You
apartment.
did not surrender anything.
Right. It doesn't matter who took the stuff. He don't even care. It's at the end of the day, you surrendered that
He think
apartment
you
to me.
He think you care more about the stuff than the apartment.
Right. I care about my rights that you violated. I could buy more stuff.
Cause that's the stuff. That's what I was more concerned about. I'm like, okay, and I thought the other way around. I'm like, she could buy another apartment, but he ain't getting her stuff.
Right. Like I could buy more dignity. I could buy more rights. I could buy more mental that he destroyed.
No, you can't buy
That's
that.
why he took that stuff because he didn't want. He think that I'm thinking about the stuff. No, I'm thinking about my apartment
right.
and
He
the stuff
thought
that I fought so hard for. The case that I
and
built.
means that it was stuff like most young people would
Right.
want and buy.
Right.
So he
Expensive
thought
stuff.
that
Gucci,
right.
Louis, Prada, all that
man.
stuff. Yes.
So he thought that would be
That
like,
will be,
for
oh no,
sure.
please Alan, give me
Right,
my stuff,
right,
this and that. Now
right.
it was about my rights, how you violated me and how
Right.
you walked over me
Right.
as a person.
Right.
As a person, you locked me up, you criminally pursued
Right.
me, I never had a record. That's
Right.
what it was about for me.
Right.
So he was mad, even to this day, he mad that he still got to go to court. And it's not about the stuff. The stuff is going to come later.
'Cause now-
Materialistic thing is materialistic
Now
thing.
he got the stuff, he got the apartment, you're not
Right.
there. And you
Right.
still gotta go to
And you
court.
still have to fight with me
still
the
gotta go to
legal
court.
way.
Yeah,
I'm going to handle my stuff in criminal and civil court, even if it takes whatever. I could wear this for the rest of I don't care. Long as my dignity is not overshadowed.
Because-
long as the fact that I'm a black woman and I'm strong is not overshadowed.
Right.
Long as the fact that you cannot use me like how you used the 5 girls before me. Long as you understand that.
I
Long as you
know
understand that
that
I'm grown. No.
You wanna like start and build yourself up from scratch, but clothes and all that coming down, we got all of that.
But this is
got
what I
all
was
of that
saying
here. If you
as
need
far
all
as
of
the
that,
illegal
but-
eviction. This
right.
is what I was saying.
Right.
I can buy all that. I bought all
Right.
that stuff. I made myself who I am.
Right.
With materialistic things. That's
Right.
not what it's about. Now my dignity that I was built, that I came from the ground up with, what I like, the struggle I've been through, that I can't buy no more.
No.
They don't sell that. They don't sell mental health. They don't sell that. They don't sell a new heart
They
that
don't.
he broke. They don't sell that. They sell more Jordans. They sell more Pradas. They
That's
sell
something-
more Coach, more Dior. They
That's
don't sell
something
more
that-
me.
That probably will haunt you for the rest of your life. You gotta go to therapy.
And that's where I'm going.
You gotta
and
go
that's
to
where I go
therapy.
every
I
time.
don't care what anybody
I'm seeing
says,
my
you gotta
therapist,
go to
and I tell
therapy.
that's already in my story.
Right.
I tell him all the
Right.
time.
'Cause
My
he's there to help
mental.
you.
This is why I'm so
Right.
angry. My mind, the
Right.
way he got me looking at people, the way he got me feeling like everybody, like he got me feeling
You
like
never was
if he
like
could pay you
that.
$300 to do anything to me, he could pay you $400. He could pay whatever.
But now it's all over because you know why it's all over now? It's because you out of there, you gone.
Not really. Not really. My birth certificate's still out there. My social security card. It's a lot of things day to day.
I know, but I'm just saying
Every
that
day. Every
you
day.
physically is not there. You don't have to see
And
him.
you would think that it's
like,
over. It's
not over.
It's
but I'm
not.
saying, as far as you being at the apartment and him trying to terrorize you every single day.
Right, but mind
But
you,
it's
it
a
wasn't.
long haul.
It wasn't.
It's a long haul
it
that
wasn't,
you gotta go down.
It wasn't like I said. It wasn't like I'm not there. He can't terrorize me. Yes, he's been tearing up my life.
But
I
that's
applied
what
for
I'm saying.
DoorDash the other day to have a leisure. Out
Right.
they denied me. My background check finito.
Really?
Yes. I'm
You
dead.
lying.
I
You didn't say
applied
that.
for Door because this is the stuff that I'm dealing with every day. I apply for DoorDash and Grubhub so that I can have, this stuff I gotta do every day, talk to my lawyers and stuff like that. So I try to
Right.
do DoorDash like when I'm not busy. I could
Yeah.
drop some orders off or whatever the case may be. But I can't do that. You wanna know why? Because my background is dirty. My background is dirty.
You probably never could get another good job until
No,
you
I
clear
can't
up your
until I clear
record.
up my case.
Right, so you clear.
And
but
that
you
could-
didn't
and
do it,
this
so
could-
it's gonna
right,
go away.
Right, but then in that
2
course
years.
of time, you
Right.
have to deal with whatever you got to deal with. You want to work for DoorDash is a no. Anything legally,
Right.
I always did it myself.
Right.
Say I wanted to smoke weed, that's why I didn't want an MTA job. That was up to me. That
Right.
wasn't up to him. Now I got a record. So, lo and
Right.
behold, if I wanted that city job, sit down because he has you them thinking that you're a burglar right now, a robber.
And he just get away with all of this?
No,
Like,
I have to fight.
You
That's
have to
why I'm
fight.
here. That's why I talk to them. That's why I gotta let them know. This guy, he will put you in a whole nother light. You would think that you moved out and it's over. It's not. It's not. It's not. Your social security card, birth certificate is out there. If you put a red flag on that, how you spending money? I don't have no cash. He took it all. I got credit. So if I close my social security number, my credit card's off.
all that, yeah, all that has to
Off.
be closed.
If I put a
right.
red flag on my social security number, they gotta go off because they also in the mix of the same social. That's what they told me when I went there,
Right.
or when I called over the phone. They said we could red flag it, But at the end of the day, it's gonna be this amount of time before you get, because COVID and this and that destroying
It's
my
gonna
life.
take a while, right?
Destroying my life.
Right, I see what you're saying, right.
So every day you wake up is something different.
Let me tell you something. He need to pay for pain and suffering. I mean, I'm just putting that. I'm just saying he needs to pay.
Why
for
do you
pain,
think that
but
I
it's the
see a
law.
therapist, I document my story? Because you're definitely gonna make sure that you pay for me some counseling at the end of this. You definitely gonna make
And
sure that
therapy.
you fix me because you broke me. You definitely gonna make sure you fix me. It's gonna cost a lot of money and you're gonna have to pay for it.
And I've never in my life seen you like. That's how it's like.
Nobody never seen me like that. Nobody. So for people not to take it as real as what it is, it hurt. Because nobody seen me like that. Every time you see me, I'm happy. I don't never say nothing
Right.
about nothing. I'm always happy. I always give. You want, you want to, everybody? Okay. But this will break you down. It will break you down.
To
And
your
you can't
last,
give up. It will break you down.
to your last, but
It will break you down. It will literally have you.
I mean, but one thing that I can say is that God don't like ugly. He gonna get his one day. It just take time because you fighting legally.
Exactly.
So it's gonna take. It's not gonna happen in
Exactly.
30 days because the
Exactly.
city is backed up. It's
And
slow.
he do all of this for me to give up.
Right.
All of this.
I mean, he could be in jail 6 months from now. They can fucking warrant him like, anytime. You don't know. It ain't like he ain't gonna get in trouble. He is, but it's just
It
that
just
it's
take
taking time. Yeah. You don't want to go back to the apartment anyway, but if you wanted to, you could. After all this, because they can't evict you either. If you wanted to go back, but you don't want to go back.
I want him to just pay for everything.
You want him to just pay for
pay
all
for
of
my
your
stuff,
stuff.
give me
right.
my stuff, pay for my stuff, and just go your way.
And just go your
do whatever.
way.
Y'all make HPD. Y'all go that. Y'all making low. I never want to see this man.
Right.
I never want him to have nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Right, and it's sad because he needs to pay for what he did. I mean, I don't mean to curse or anything. I'm just like, oh my God, how can one person do this to somebody and just get away with it and act like nothing happened or act all
It's the
nonchalant? Like,
color of his skin. Because we could never
'cause
say
you
we
white?
own something and not give them paperwork. We could
never,
never say
never.
we could never do what he did and not have a documentation.
Never.
You see how he told me legally, but Alan didn't. You didn't ask
You
him
didn't
for that
ask him
legal
for
paperwork.
nothing. You didn't scream.
If you would
legally
have
in
asked
his
him,
face.
listen, what agreement did she sign to say that she surrendered her apartment? He didn't ask him nothing. But when
Right.
he came to me, you gotta do legally because I'm black.
Because Alan
Or 'cause-
had put in the report the night before, so he thought he was in the
But
clear.
right, but where's his surrender my apartment letter?
The surrender my apartment letter was the robbery.
Right, but
It
that
went
but
all
that's
over
the
their
thing.
head.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. That's why his partner is telling him, even if she's a criminal, it doesn't
He
connect.
told him. He told him.
Coronavirus number one.
Right. He told him.
Coronavirus number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two.
Right.
Number two. Do you have any paperwork to say that she surrendered? You're supposed to have it signed on the dotted line. Just
Like you asking us for paperwork right here. Like, oh, y'all guys don't listen. Paperwork. Go and they ain't asked
But
Alan for not
nothing.
one thing. Why?
Nothing.
Because he white and he the
Nothing.
landlord?
Right.
And you think
is he
he
really
owned-
the landlord? You saw his paperwork. Do it really say no?
But at the end of the day, he made that black cop look like a fool. That's why
Yeah.
your partner was like, told
That's
you,
why
dummy.
he came back, and
Told
when they see the photos, that's why he came back and he had to file a report. He didn't ask me nothing. Who took it? You know, that's your
And
friend.
then my thing is, you knew we was just in that apartment, me, you, and your partner.
That's why he
and
was
why
so.
the key don't
When
work?
he came back, he was so mad, but he
He
didn't
was
leave.
so mad.
He didn't leave.
No.
Cause he like, remember I told him go leave. You got an attitude.
Right.
Because you mad because he lied you.
Right,
So,
he lied you.
Go.
Yes, he did. He was
Go.
mad.
I said
yes.
now that he put you in the line of fire in your job.
He was
go.
mad.
He was like,
mad.
then he go in his car, start writing stuff.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Right.
Tell me you got his number, do the
Right.
keyword.
But remember, you said you was gonna take care of all that, Mr. Officer.
Yeah, he forgot. He said that.
Then you said you had your Allen number. You gonna get back in all of that?
He said, soon as you get the right paperwork for me to call him personally, and he's gonna open up that door.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. He said, soon as you allow back in there, but right now he can't because you're not allowed.
Right.
So if she's not allowed in there, why are you telling her to check the key and all that? You said she's not allowed.
I'm not allowed, but Allen is allowed in my stuff.
That's what I didn't get. I didn't
That's
get
just
it.
like this your apartment. I'm allowed. If you go to jail, anybody allowed to walk through here and touch your
no,
stuff?
they're not.
Right.
No, they're not.
Right. Unless you tell them, Felicia, you go, my daughter, like that.
Right.
But anybody, same rules.
Same rules
Same
apply
rules.
to everybody.
Everybody.
But
Everybody.
then, when you think the police is gonna do the right thing and they do the wrong thing, what do? Call the police on the police?
I did. And then the police come up with the police and what they told her. Put
Open
it back.
that door.
Open it. And then as soon as they left, he gets mad and run away.
And then I'm in front of the door. Remember, you up here.
Right.
So I'm in front of the door with the bed on the floor, in front of New Locks, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, with the bed on the floor and 10 garbage bags that he done threw your clothes just like threw them.
And I don't know what was in those bags.
I don't know what was in
I
them.
don't know.
I don't know if they was clothes.
I don't know.
But I
don't know if it was
10 bags.
mine. I don't know if
I
it
don't
was
know
mine.
who it
I
was.
don't know. He shouldn't
He
have
tried to
touched
get me to
my
take it.
belongings.
No.
Anytime
No.
that it went out of my room, out of my apartment, out of the first floor, I don't know nothing about it.
Once you said put it back, that nigga just dropped
Right.
everything. But I'm saying you was not supposed to be in there
Right.
touching anything.
Right. But you see what kind of, he probably paid that police officer off because at the end of the day, every
Because when the
police
cops
officer
would have
know the
got
right
there, they would have been like, "Excuse me, sir.
What are you?
Sir,
The same way the
what are
second
you
police
doing?"
officer came, knocked on the window, come out here. Excuse me.
And if
Put
they
her
saw
stuff
him
back
removing
inside.
your stuff when we got there, like I told the cop, all that black furniture going out of that apartment belongs to you. You know what he told me? Stand by the nail salon and he's going to talk to the landlord. That's what he said. And I said, okay. And then about 15, 20 minutes later, he called me over there and he said, you and Alan can have a discussion. And I said, I don't have nothing to say to Alan. What do I have to say to him? This is what I'm telling the cop. I said, I don't have nothing to say to him. But then an hour went by, because we was there for about 4 or 5 hours. I was there for about 5 hours, right? 4 or 5 hours? I was there a long time. Remember,
More
I
like
left
3.
early. Oh, 3 to 4 hours I was there. Okay, but my thing is, They didn't do nothing to when we got there to your landlord. They didn't do nothing. They saw him move everything I told them. I said, he's removing all her
So
furniture.
now that they're a part of the conspiracy and they part, take your ownership. Don't be mad.
Yeah.
Don't be mad. You
Yeah,
helped
they
him.
didn't-
Don't
they
be
didn't-
mad.
They didn't
Don't be
well,
mad.
like I
I could
said,
have got the stuff if I was willing to surrender the apartment. I could have
the
told
stuff,
you to take it.
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
didn't because I wasn't surrendering nothing.
But where
If
was
want
he
all of
taking it before
It don't
then?
matter. It doesn't matter. It's materialistic things that he thought I strive off of.
No, but I'm saying
You can take all the materialistic things. Give me my paperwork for this apartment so we can finish this case and go to court, and I will handle you taking my stuff in civil court. Period.
But was he moving you out that day if we wouldn't have went there?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Was
Yeah.
he moving you or he was just
Yes.
taking the stuff because he'd do
Yes,
something
he
like
was-
that?
he
He'd
was-
just take the stuff
Yeah.
and you still there.
Yeah.
You understand? Because he
But
played too much.
Either way, it didn't matter. I would have still had to call the police to get back whatever it was. Either way, the police just seen him this time. They just seen him, but he was gonna do that anyway. He was gonna do it anyway.
Well, he was
When
going
he
to
went in there, he take my jewelry. He was gonna do it anyway.
he was just going to wait until you go outside.
Oh yeah, whatever. But either
He's
way,
sick.
well, no matter what he did, I wasn't surrendering my apartment.
Right.
And I'm still saying it today. That happened on September 7th to today. Today is October the 2nd, and I'm still telling you, I did not surrender my apartment. He did everything on his own.
Right, he did.
Period.
He did everything. He moved that stuff. When I got there, he was already moving. Your stuff was already out when I got there. When we pulled up, me and the cops, and I told the cops, that is your stuff going out of that apartment. You are not moving. What? You just left you ain't even been gone 6 hours. What time you and Selena got here? And what time we woke up? What time y'all got here?
Like,
It was late. It wasn't late, but it was like it was nighttime. It was after 10 o'clock. It was after 10 o'clock. Okay. And we woke up in the morning like about what time it was when we got up. You wasn't even here for 24 hours.
no.
He didn't even wait 24 hours.
He did he said he made the report like a robbery or whatever, and he retaliated. He called
next day.
the movers. Hey, I need y'all at 9 o'clock. This and that. Da, da, da.
Right, in
they
the
showed up
morning.
at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and that's how it went. And that's how it went. He moved you illegally, period, plain blank, and the police helped him do it. Because, they thought he was a landlord, that he paid his taxes and all of that, and he's straight, and he didn't have nothing.
He turned a
Nothing.
building that was so bad in our neighborhood to a
Into-
good building.
right.
But in all reality, he just took the building, paid people to get out, remodeled it, never got no legal paperwork, put 50,000 in it, and make his money, without nobody noticing.
He's so sad.
To the point where he always tell me, Aisha, black people is dumb.
He don't never know when
All
it's
the
going to
time.
be
I
his
used to just be
time.
looking
Well,
at
it
him
is
like-
his time, because you know what? He's not going to ever be able to open that pawn shop like he want. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a hoax.
Yeah, it's a hoax, and that building, you ain't never going to make 5 cents. Never.
Have you noticed that union is the same union? It says R&S, we buy gold. He's Firm Ventures. He kept the same union. He never
He a
bought a new
snake.
one.
He's a snake.
That's why nobody goes there, because they still think it's the old pawn shop that never been used
It's
ever.
bad. It's bad.
Ever.
And he steals a lot. He a thief or whatever petty theft, they ain't lock him up for petty theft or nothing. Okay, is he petty
They wouldn't
theft?
even give me a report. They like, all that is in the illegal eviction. And to this day, I'm still trying to get a report. Tomorrow, before I go to the welfare, I go back to the precinct. Where's Officer Ramirez?
I don't even think they
once
care.
Yeah, but I do. They don't have to.
I don't even think you
They
have to
don't
fight
have
for
to.
you because they don't
They
care.
don't have to. They haven't cared for 2 years. They don't have to.
They don't never even care if you get a drink of water, more or less your apartment.
Yeah, they don't have to. But they cannot tell me for 1 second that don't fight.
But the
for
first
what?
thing they say is go to landlord-tenant court.
We already there. He still threw me out. We already there.
That's what I'm saying. So now that y'all landlord-tenant court, is no penalty that he gonna face because of that? No penalty?
Right. That's why we going through court, because I want to know. I really want to
That's
understand.
wrong. That's wrong.
Right.
That is wrong. He need to get a big giant fine too
Right.
for illegal
So
eviction.
if I go in there and they see me crying, that means that they just told me they can't handle something that I know that they supposed to. It makes me Like nobody,
They don't seem to care.
nobody, and I already know they don't care. I already
don't
know.
seem to care.
So in the middle of me fighting, I begin to cry because nobody cares, and I know I still have to stand up and keep going, even though nobody cares, and that's hard to do. You gotta still keep standing up and keep going. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, but get used to it because this is what it is.
This
Nobody
is your
cares.
life, and this is what you're dealing with. In 2021, it's gonna be better, but it's not gonna probably be how you want it because you're not in your apartment and stuff. But years after that, 2022, 2023 is all yours. Yeah, this year you gotta fight for your place and your rights.
I'm gonna fix everything that I need because
You're gonna fix everything. I know you.
I
You're
did
gonna
it
fix
before,
everything
but
because you a fighter like me.
It's
We
just
fight
that
to the
it
end,
took
especially when it comes down to a
somebody
place.
violating
Oh
your
my
rights,
God.
or somebody, even if it wasn't about the place, like you made me feel like
Like you was a nothing.
no, like black don't matter.
Right, like you nothing.
They could paint that big ass mural on Fulton Street, Black Lives Matter,
Please.
and treat you this way.
Yeah.
And
I'm
treat you
sure
this
they do.
way.
Black lives don't
Dude,
matter.
you want to know why? Because nobody makes them. You know how many people he did that to and nobody pursued him? That's why. I'm probably the first person to take him
Because
to
they
court.
probably didn't have the time, the mindset,
Why you don't got the time
energy.
to take care of yourself? How you
you
don't
know,
have the time to take care of
They
yourself?
probably just thinking leaving and starting over and just getting
Right,
in a new
and
place.
half of them people probably still homeless now. You want to know why? Because it's a
Hopefully,
spiral effect.
Right.
It's a spiral effect. If I
Right.
would have let him do that to me, I would have been here or been out in the street. I could have ran to the street. I could have not went to the shelter. I could have not chose to share my story with these people. That's what he want me to do. But nah, I'm going to show you that I'm not afraid to tell him when I'm hurting. I'm not afraid to let people know that you took my whole life and you don't understand. Like, I'm not afraid, but this is
Because
what
a
he
lot
want
of
me to
people
do.
saw you as like this tough girl, like you know you got a big mouth, you talk shit, you what, you know.
Yeah,
so
but
they ain't never looked.
I'm not up against a person
Right.
like us. Now,
Right.
if I'm up against a
Different.
gangster
It's
from across the
different.
street, let's go.
Right, it's different.
But now we're
But this
talking
is
about
legal,
this
right.
is legal.
Right.
He can literally take my life away
Yeah.
from me
Quick point,
without
yeah.
killing me.
Yeah.
Without killing me. Legally.
But you gotta have some type of proof. You can't get through that. No. you gotta
Right.
have
But I already
proof.
been in jail 2 times with no proof. He already evicted me with no proof. So why wouldn't I believe that he could do what he wanted to
Because
do?
if you ain't got proof, what would this world work on?
Right.
Everybody would
And you
be in
see,
jail
I got
doing
3
what they
envelopes
want.
of proof. Do they believe my proof? I got original copies. I don't got copies, I got originals. So, and they still don't believe me. So
Right.
you can understand my frustration and my pain. He ain't got not a paperwork the first, but he was able to get me locked up 2 times and evicted.
Wow.
How? With not a scratch of paperwork. Still folders,
Now the first time you got locked up, he called them and told them
I did a burglary.
a burglary and they just came and locked you up.
They came and they said, mind you, after he stole my money, he put it in the office.
Oh, right,
in my
right,
apartment.
right, right.
So when I went through the door, he
Right.
told them that I did a burglary. You know, instead of telling them that he took my money because he wanted me to leave the apartment and
Yeah,
give it
and
back
that
to
was
him.
a while
And that
ago.
was a year and a
That was
half
a year ago.
So he tried to make me upset, and I told him, listen, we going to court. Period. He don't want to go because that house is not his house. It's what he made it. And if I prove that, it's over for the 70, 80, 90,000 dollars that he was about to make. Or for immigrants putting them in there and all that. I seen that, so,
You're not going to make nothing.
you know,
Because,
he mad at me because 6 months in, it went down. And it was like, you're not making no money here.
Right.
You're not putting all these people in here and thinking that you can, like, but you're not renting to nobody from the neighborhood?
But you
because
know
you're
what?
saying they black?
he had a gold mine, but you didn't do it the right way.
Like,
You know, he could have made money, but you was greedy, like you. The way
but you
look at
cannot
like
make
that,
money illegally.
No.
If we can't do that, you can't do that. You cannot do that.
Now, when you moved in the building, that was the first time he had it up and running because the top floor was being rented, right? And you first moved in there.
Yeah, it was being rented. I
Was it
don't know
people
what
living upstairs
I don't know
or
what
not?
the situation was. All I know is that it wasn't legal. Department of Buildings is not posted in the thing. You have no permits. You have no certificates of occupancy. I've been living in this neighborhood my whole life.
But remind you, when you rent an apartment, when you first saw it, You thought he had all that, because who would think that he don't have none of that?
I thought but he was having the building up and running, so I'm thinking
Right.
they're gonna do that in the
Right,
process.
right,
You know, I was at
right.
work. I was at work a lot, so I'm thinking, okay, but after it passed like 3 months and they stopped doing constructions and I didn't see none, I'm like, hey, hold
Right,
on.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
This
you
is
would-
not HPD. This
you
is
would
not.
automatically think that it's legit because you know he's doing
That's
construction.
why I came in. And you have guys and I'm just going out to work. They're like, good morning. And I didn't realize it, but once I realized, wait, this is a pawn shop. They could literally think this is a real pawn shop. Come through here, come through my apartment and kill me.
Yes.
Like, what?
I thought it was
just-
kind of strange because when you move an apartment, granted, no, it don't have to be luxury, but why do you even clean up your mess, like your sin and your debris? Wait a minute. Like,
And mind you, I had already gave him the money. I was already
right,
too far
right.
in.
You was already
so
too
I'm
far
like, you know
in.
what? I'm gonna just deal with this situation.
But I thought that was weird. Like,
Right.
wait a minute. So she gotta clean this place and she gotta, because you wanted to move in, so you
And
know,
being
like,
that it was a respect thing. You,
Right.
I'm gonna pay you your money.
Right.
You give me my lease. I don't really like, you know, that's. But once you try to pursue me to be a criminal and try to treat me other than who I am because I won't listen to you or because you can't run up
right,
like illegal thing through me, you kind of you try to treat me unfairly, and I didn't like that. Like, you don't treat me unfair.
Right.
I don't care how much you think, but you saw the Jordans and the materialistic things and the coats and this, and
that's
you
what
may
you
have
took
thought
after,
I was,
but-
you know, you young. No, I don't care what I look like.
Right.
I'm smart. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I'm not no dumb black girl like what you may think. I'm not her. I'm not her. And he's mad that I'm not her.
You care what you look like. It's just a time and a place for everything.
Right.
Like, you don't
Right.
feel like that don't come before your house. That
Right.
don't come before
That
your,
don't
before
come,
your
but
head.
my mental, that don't come before nothing because I created all that. Anything that you see me wear, you see me look like, that's what I created and I wanted to look like in my head. Nobody didn't say, oh, hey girl, wear this.
Right.
Oh, hey girl, this and that. That's what, so if I can create one, I create more.
Right.
Okay? It's not like you make one. If you're the founder of something, you can make plenty.
Right.
I'm the CEO of my life. Me. So if I want to, I can do, I'm going to run my life according, I'm the CEO of my life, not Alan.
But that's when I said, oh man, this shit is bigger than what I, you know.
Right.
It's bigger than
At
what
the
I
same time, you
imagined.
envy. At the same time, he would envy me because he would be like, "Wow, why is she?" But then he didn't like me either. So
Right.
it was like,
I said it's bigger than what I know, what Theo know, anybody know. Even though I know a lot, I ain't saying it all, you know. But the stuff that I do know,
the internal feeling of it all. You know, that's something that.
they ain't got no salt on them. You eat them with salt?
Mm-hmm.
They got a salt and pepper right there. I'll probably put it on a spoon.
I'm just that taco. Well,
Yeah, I'm tacoed out.
me too. Well, like,
Taco
comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. We was basically brushing you up on this is what happened on the 7th and stuff. I will be back with another video. I will be giving y'all my soon to come paperwork. I'm just doing editing on it like I tell y'all all the time. Paperwork, photos, more so y'all can understand the situation more than, you know, what I'm explaining. I'll keep you guys updated as far as court, as far as what we're doing legally. Right now is the next date is October the 6th. And we'll see we're gonna restore tenancy or we're gonna get the order protection modified. Like, we gotta figure something out through the lawyers. But like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all giving y'all feedback, y'all commenting, everybody who sent me love, support, everybody who reached out to me, everybody who told me I'm gonna be alright mentally. I thank y'all so much. I actually had one of my friends that I knew from junior high school, like, you know, she set up Loving Words and GoFundMe, which she didn't have to. I didn't see her in years, ages, you know, but the fact that she felt my story was amazing to me. The fact that she even watched it, even the views, is like, oh, it's another person that looked at me. It's another person that heard me. It's another person that probably understand where I'm coming from. So I got more content to share with y'all. I got more of this story, like, y'all gonna follow on my journey, and we're gonna just see how this ends. Like, y'all in suspense just like I am. I'm not going to stop fighting for whatever reason. Y'all may see me break here and there because not everybody is strong all the time, you know. But I'm gonna make sure I keep y'all updated so we can experience this experience, so we could go through this experience together, and maybe when you experience it, won't be so bad because it's like you've been through it already, right? Okay, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys.